Hi guys, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog series. Today we're going to talk to you about moving from one NHS trust to another. Okay, so the first thing to consider when thinking about moving from one NHS trust to another is whether or not your current employer might be able to offer you the thing that you're currently lacking. So we get lots of doctors approaching us saying, well, I'd like to earn some more money, or I'd like more training, or I'd like exposure to a different aspect of work. Now, usually, most employers, if you take that to them, they will be able to accommodate you. They'll do their absolute best to try and keep you. Of course, there's a massive shortage of doctors in the NHS, so no NHS trust wants to lose a doctor they've already got. So it's well worth considering having that chat with your employer, being open and honest with them about your reasons for thinking about a move beforehand. And that way, if they can accommodate you and you can be given a reason to stay, then hopefully you'll get it. If, however, you do decide that you do wish to move on, then there's a few things that you need to consider first. Okay, so the first thing to consider when thinking about moving from one NHS trust to another is the cost involved with moving. Many of you will have made the move from a different country into the NHS initially, and that of course is very costly. It's well worth considering that a move from one NHS trust to another can be almost equally as costly as well. So you'll still need to apply for a new visa, and the cost of that will be associated to you and your family members as well. So big cost involved there. You'll need to think about if you're in a rental property, of course you'll need to pay a new deposit, all of those bits and pieces too. Consider any family aspects, so if you're moving your children, will they need to move schools? And of course if they are, you may want to coincide your move with term times and look at the timings of that. Secondly, well worth thinking about what's on your tick list, if you like, of desirable things in your next position. Often IMGs will take the first job in the NHS thinking that it's an initial move and they're quite happy to be malleable and flexible on some aspects of it. But of course this time around you come with NHS experience and good references, so you're in a position to be a little bit more choosy about what you want. So think about those desirable locations, maybe go and visit them ahead of time. Think about the things that you want to get from the job in particular, the rota, the salary, any aspects of training or support in niche specialist fields, all worthwhile considering. And think about that before you make your NHS applications. Okay, so if you decided that you're definitely making the move, then the first thing you need to do is update your CV, of course. Make sure you put all of the relevant details that you have acquired from your NHS experience. Now that you've been in the NHS, that will become far more prevalent to a future employer than perhaps your experience from overseas. So make sure you do a really good job of updating your CV. Of course, we have got the CV template here at BDI Resourcing, so if you do want us to send that across to you, email across to apply@bdiresourcing.com and we'll send that back to you. It may well at this stage be worth thinking about applying for your references too ahead of time. If you can provide your references, and they're good ones of course, up front to a new employer, it will only add some more gravitas to your application. So give that some thought. Some people prefer to wait if they've not spoken to their employer yet, or they'd rather do it once they've secured a role. If you're making applications directly, then use NHS jobs, BMJ jobs. Think about using an agency as well. Of course, they may have access to jobs that aren't currently on NHS or BMJ jobs. And if you're looking for something really particular or niche or in a particular location, they might be able to help cater for that too. Final stage, of course, if you get to it, is interviewing. And again, you will want to think about how you can improve on your interview that you did as an IMG now that you've got NHS experience. So perhaps think of all of the work that you've done over the time you've been in the NHS and how that will be applicable to your new role, particularly if you're stepping up to a higher position. And once again, we've got lots of information on interview preparation at BDI Resourcing. So if you do want us to send you over some interview prep, please feel free to email us at apply@bdiresourcing.com. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the vlog series. If you are thinking about a move from one NHS trust to another, then please do get in touch. We may have positions that are suitable to you, and of course we'll be able to help you with your CV template and any interview preparations too.